Well, is it me or can it be I'm a little too friendly? So to speak, hypothetically say, I supply creativity to what others must take as a form of self-hate, only to make an enemy, which results in unfortunate destiny. They dog me out, then be up next to me, because I am what some choose to envy. Now, if you guys know that song, tell me who was the artist behind that song. It's an older song from way back in the day. So, as you may have guessed from the introduction, today we are talking about your friends. Yes, your friends. Your friends and my friends and friends in general. Today we're going to talk about friendship red flags. We often talk about relationship red flags, and some of these are the same, if not similar. But today we're going to talk about friendship red flags because a lot of people get into stuff because of their friends. Okay, and a lot of people allow other people to hold them back because they're supposed to be your friend, but they're really not. So we're going to talk about some red flags that can help you figure out, are your friends really your friends? It's me, I'm Queen Onset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody, anybody else who might like it too. And don't forget, at the end of the video, I am going to read 2 positive comments from previous videos. So please stick around and drop us some positive comments in the comments section. Every comment is much appreciated. Okay, if you want to get a reading done, please email me or hit me up on social media. If you would like to send me a gift on my Amazon wish list, that's underneath this video. There's a lot of stuff underneath this video. It's my Patreon link if you want to become a patron. It is my PayPal link in case you want to give a donation to the channel. It's also the merchandise, the Ask an Aquarius and the ArchAngel Michael merchandise. All right, guys, let's take a look at these friendship red flags. So you guys know my girl Sara Kubric. She's the millennial therapist on Instagram. All the time she gives out these really cool lists. And I like to look at her list and see which ones match my experiences. But so far, most of them match. They're really, really spot on. So let's take a look at today's list. The first friendship red flag is they often criticize you. Now, it is common for your friend to call you out on your bullshit, especially if it's your best friend or a best friend, you know? So they might say to you, you're not handling this right, or you might want to reconsider that, or they might say something like that. And that's very common. However, this is not that kind of conversation. This is criticism. This is the kind of criticism, like, for example, oh, you gonna wear that? Oh, you dyeing your hair red again? Oh, you went shopping again? You bought something else? Oh, you're a shopaholic. Things like that. And it's one thing if they say it in jest once, but if they're repeating it, or other people are telling you that they're repeating this to other people, then that criticism isn't a joke. That's what they really think and they really feel. And this is very problematic because criticism, not helpful criticism, not constructive criticism, but nitpicking, talking shit about you criticism, is a sign of jealousy and envy. So this person is truly not your friend. They're actually jealous of you. Number 2, they are only around when they need you. So when you need something, this person can't be bothered, can't be found, But every time they need something, they pop up at your doorstep or on your phone or in your computer some kind of way. So this person is mighty accessible when they need you, but ghost when you need them. So if you find yourself, and I'm not the kind of person that takes score. If I do, I'm not going to take score how many times I helped somebody or did something for somebody. But I am going to notice if I've helped you 30 times and the one time I called you, you couldn't be bothered. I'm definitely going to notice that. So something like that is telling you this person is in the relationship for what they can get from you. It's not a reciprocal relationship. They are not open to receiving feedback. So you have some feedback, for example, about how, let's say, for example, you didn't like something that they did, how they treated you or something like that. Or let's say you were supposed to meet somewhere and they didn't show up. Like one time, I'll give you an example. A friend of mine told me that we were going somewhere. I can't remember where it was. And they told me they were coming at a certain time. Now, I'm the kind of person, I'm pretty Johnny on the spot. If you're telling me you're going to be there by 2, I am waiting for you. So he didn't show up. And I hit him up and I'm like, so, what time are you coming? And he didn't respond. Now, mind you, hours and hours and hours passed. He never hit me back. And I said, next time, just let me know if you don't want to go, because I can find a way to get there myself, wherever it was. And we never spoke again because he was angry about my message. He was angry that I called him out and said, hey, next time, just tell me, tell me you don't want to go. Now, since then, he's tried to reach out, but I haven't even talked to him because I'm just like, look, if that's how you receive feedback, then we don't need to be friends. And we had been friends for years. I had met him when I was like 16, and this happened when I was like 38 or maybe 40 or something. This happened like it was like maybe 39, something like that. So I'd known this person for a very long time, long enough that he could have just said, my bad, something came up, something like that. But instead of saying anything, he got an attitude with me and didn't want to speak to me. And then by the time he decided he wanted to talk, I didn't want to talk no more. So that friendship is pretty much kaput. Because I just didn't like the fact of how he received the feedback. And I wasn't nasty about it. I was just like, next time, tell me. Why would you have me waiting for you all day knowing that you couldn't or didn't want to go? Ignorant. To me, that's just ignorant. And one thing about me that's a big pet peeve that you'll notice from talking to me, I don't like people who waste my time. If you waste my time, I cut you. I cut you right off because I don't have a lot of time. And I'm giving some of it to you and you're going to waste it. I take that very personally. Next one, they are dishonest. If your friend is lying to you or withholding information or omitting things from you. Now, some things people might not want to share, that's fine. But if they're straight up lying to you, then this person is not a friend. Or I'm going to say they're not a friend, or they have a problem with habitual lying. And a habitual liar, I would never trust as a friend. So either way, this person is not a friend. The next one says, their words and actions don't align. I see this with a lot of people. A lot of people will tell you whatever you want to hear, and then their actions are contrary to what they're saying. So this person is clearly not a friend. This person is probably faking the funk for some reason. They're being fake for some reason. They refuse to apologize. If a person that is your friend does something to you and they know that they're wrong and they refuse to just say, you know what, I'm sorry, my bad. If they can't even say that, then that person is definitely not your friend and not somebody you want to have a friendship with, because again, communication is off. So they can't apologize, communication can't go anywhere. They are jealous and or competitive. I've come across this a lot in my lifetime. A lot of Aquarius have told me they've come across this because Aquarius have the tendency to be top of our game. And even the ones that are not top of our game, we have a tendency to be very unique. So for some reason, a lot of people take that as a reason to compete with us, and some people get envious or jealous of us. And if your friend is envious or jealous of you, that is not your friend. Do not trust that person. An envious or a jealous person is somebody who's around you for some ulterior motive. I remember a long time ago in the hood, there was two guys that lived on my block, and one of them ended up dead. Come to find out, his best friend is the one that did it. He was jealous of his clout, his money, his fame. You know, it was during the times when young men were into street pharmacy, to put it lightly. And these two guys were street pharmacists. One of them got bigger than the other one, and they were best friends, supposedly, and the best friend killed him. And it came out later that it was him. And it came out that it was all about jealousy, greed, territory. So a jealous person is never your real friend. They only talk about themselves. So here we go again. You come into this person, and every time y'all talking, it's about them. Even if you start off talking about you, it ends up about them. This is a person that is not your friend. It is all about them, baby. This person is self-absorbed, and you are the audience. It's not about you. You're the audience. They make you feel bad about who you are. Your friends should never make you feel bad about who you are. I was friends with this young lady. She was older than me, and we were friendly in college. And I stopped being friends with her. Then I saw her a few times recently, like in the past 5 years, and I stopped being friends with her again because she has this habit of casually insulting people. And not in a way that is funny or a joke, but she'll say little smart shit to casually insult people. And that's not a friend. I don't casually insult my friends. When I talk to my friends, and this woman is a Taurus, and when I talk to my friends, I don't casually insult them or talk bad about them. As a matter of fact, it's the exact opposite. I'm always trying to, hype them up. I'm their hype man, and this is just me, because I know that a lot of people are constantly being attacked. So I try to give positive reinforcement as much as possible. Whenever somebody does something or says something, or, oh girl, you look good, or my buddy back there, Deaf Noodles, hey Dennis. Deaf Noodles is my buddy, my favorite YouTuber. And the other day, somebody did a video about him before they were famous, because now he's YouTube famous. And I was watching the video, and I was like, oh my God, this is so wonderful. So afterwards, I said to him, I love watching you shine. I loved every minute of this. And every time one of my friends does something, and Dennis and me aren't really friends, we just know each other online. We're parasocial friends, put it like that. So if it's a parasocial friend or an in real time friend, I big up them. Yeah, that's what's up. Good job, because I know how hard it is to fulfill your dreams, and I think that, the least we can do is encourage each other. So if your friend is casually insulting you or making you feel bad about yourself or putting you down, that's not your real friend. They hanging around you for a reason, but it's not friendship. It could be a number of different things, but it's definitely not a real friendship or a person you need to have around you. They don't respect your boundaries. If you set a boundary and your friend steps over it, that person is not your friend. I was talking to this lady, and she told me she told her friend that she is not comfortable with her popping up at her home unannounced. This friend has a flair for doing this. She told her, I'm not comfortable with that. Please don't do that anymore. And the friend said, well, you need to get out the house. You need somebody to come by and get you out of your shell. Well, if she just said that she's not comfortable with that, and you want to get her out of her shell and help her, maybe you recognize that she needs to get out, but she just told you she's not comfortable with it. The least you can do is call, text. She asked you to contact her first. So you've decided that you know better for her than her. You know what she needs, and you're going to keep doing it anyway. That's somebody who's not respecting your boundaries. They are intolerant of opposing views. My friends do not always agree with me. as well thought out and logical as I think my theories are, they don't always agree. And I don't really care. I don't really care. It's like, they can have their own opinions about things. They don't have to come to the same conclusions that I do. And vice versa. They feel the same way. Now, if every time I had an opposing opinion or they had an opposing opinion, it caused an argument, then that's a friendship that you got to really reconsider. Even if my friends don't agree with my thought process, they're still entitled. They're entitled to be wrong. They can be wrong if they want to. But the point of the matter is that it's okay. So if your friend gets angry with your opposing opinion, if it's something like, for example, let's say you both watch the same movie. And I had somebody do this to me before. I knew this Aries. And this Aries really liked this one particular actress. I can't remember her name. And I like the actress, but I feel like the actress doesn't have a range. She's the same character every time, over and over again. And I said this, and then my friend got angry with me because that's her favorite actress or whatever. And she got an attitude with me. On another occasion, I was making a joke about bacon. Okay? This is how sensitive she is. I made a joke about bacon because I said that only pork bacon is bacon. Everything else is turkey strips, beef strips, or something like that. Only pork bacon is bacon. She got an attitude about that because she doesn't eat meat. She eats, I think, seafood. And that's the only thing close to meat that she eats. And she got an attitude because I made a joke about bacon. So this is somebody who can't take opposing views, can't take it if you don't like something that they like. This is not a real friendship. And I stopped messing with her too, by the way. I kicked that Aries right to the curb. They belittle or humiliate you in public. If your friend is humiliating you and belittling you in public, they're doing that to be smart. They're putting you down in front of other people. And some of those people, they're probably talking about you to those people behind your back. So this definitely goes back to them making you feel bad about yourself. If they're humiliating you about anything, then this person is not your friend. Now, mind you, sometimes friends do, me and my friends joke with each other, say little hot shit to each other, laugh, hee hee hee. That's one thing. You know the difference between somebody laughing and joking with you and somebody who's truly belittling and humiliating you. If they're doing that to you, don't blow that off. That's a sign that they're more than likely jealous of you, which I told you before is not your real friend. They talk behind your back. Your real friends do not talk behind your back. If I'm talking about my friend, trust me, my friend already heard what I had to say. And most of the time, as I've gotten older, I don't even discuss other people with other people. If they say to me, how's so-and-so? I'd be like, oh, so-and-so is good. Or so-and-so is doing this. Or so-and-so is doing that. I try to stay away from even talking about the negative things that are happening to them. And for me, it's just to keep the positive energy going. But also, I'm hoping that I'm pushing that positive energy towards them as well. So if they're talking behind your back, that's not your real friend. They gossiping, telling your business, that's not your real friend. They only like certain aspects of you. So they like that you like to go out with them. They like that you like to dance and hang out, but they don't really like your spirituality, or they don't really like your cultural, your cultural differences, I'll say. Maybe something like that. Again, this is not cool. You can't compartmentalize me. Either you fuck with me or you don't, You can't be like, oh, I like that part of her, but I don't like that part. Well, guess what? If you don't like that part, then don't like none of me and move the hell on. So that's another one. They make fun of your goals or interests. Even if I tell you something crazy, like I want to go bungee jumping, for example, that is not the time to make fun of my interest or my goal. Even if you don't think it's a good idea, it's cool to say you don't think it's a good idea. Like, dog, think about the safety issue. You better think about that. But to make fun, this isn't like think about that. This is making fun of you. Oh, ha ha ha, you could never do that, or you too fat to do that, or you're too stupid to do that, or something like that. That is not your friend. And the fact that they're belittling your goals and interests, they're trying to tear you down. So at this point, not only are they not your friend, they're also emotionally abusing you. And if you're taking it from them, then you're putting yourself in a bad situation. They speak about their other friends with disrespect. If your friend disrespects all their friends to you, they're disrespecting you to all their friends. That's just the way that it works. They're not going to be talking about everybody that they know, but not you. They talking about you too. You just don't know it. They don't feel safe. This is a basic bottom line. If you're around the person and you don't feel safe around that person, then that person is not your real friend, period. If they do funny, I had a friend when I was a young girl, and he used to always play with guns. He had this thing about guns. And I stopped hanging out with him. I stopped messing with him, period. I would be high and by with him because I knew one day something bad was going to happen. And it did. He ended up, I don't know if it was an accident or not. Some people say it wasn't an accident, but he shot one of his friends and ended up in jail. And some people said it was an accident. Some people said that it wasn't. So I don't know which one is the truth. But the bottom line is, I knew when he kept playing with him to leave him alone. Somebody going to get shot. And the last one, they use your vulnerability against you. If you're crying or upset or vulnerable in any kind of way, and they try to use it against you, pick at you about it, poke fun at you about it, anything along those, manipulate you with it, that's not your friend. That's another person that needs to get kicked to the curb. So Sara has given us another extraordinary list. And that was a long list, but that was a great one. Okay? All right, guys. Now we're going to read our positive comments and I'm going to respond. Jim and Jen. Hi, Jim and Jen. Jim and Jen are both Aquarius and they're adorbs. I love them. So they gave us a message. They said, Happy Mother's Day. My queen, I hope you and all the other mothers out there have a great day with the ones you love. Jim and Jen. So Mother's Day has passed, but I did indeed have a great day. And I hope all the other mothers that are out there did as well. I'm tongue-tied for some reason. Thank you so much, Jim and Jen. The last one came from Kenneth Lane. Oh yeah, what's up, Kenneth? My boy, what's up? Kenneth is funny. Kenneth said, y'all twins. He's talking about me and my daughter. Happy Mother's Day, Queen. Thank you so much, Kenneth. On Mother's Day, I posted pictures of me and my daughter. So if you're interested in taking a look at them, they're in the community section. It's pictures of her from birth up until recently. So that was my Mother's Day. All right, guys, that was the last one. Come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.